Hello friends, welcome back to the channel, and if you're new, thanks for stopping by. So I don't know, several videos ago I kind of shared that I got this new Kaweco fountain pen, and I ordered like a ton of ink samples from Goulet Pen because they were having their ink sample sale. So I thought today, because I did like explore the yellows to ink up the Kaweco, but I ordered a bunch of brown inks. So I ordered a 5 ink sample set right there. And it was like, I don't know, it's less than $8 for all 5 of those. And then I ordered 2 additional brown inks, so my plan today is I want to swatch all of them and just kind of look at them with you guys and go from there. I still have a lot more inks to swatch. I just haven't had the time to do it. So let's just hop in. They're in no particular order. I'm just going. Also, I'm using my little Pilot dip pen. It has a medium nib to like just kind of write like what ink it is. And I'm not doing anything fancy. I'm using a paintbrush. I have a cup of water, and then I also have like an old t-shirt that I use just to kind of dab stuff up on. So the first one I'm going to do is the Pilot Iroshizuku Yamaguri. I have tried a lot of Pilot Iroshizuku inks over the past couple of years because I'm fairly new to the fountain pen game, but I've never tried this one. So it was really nice that it came in that set. It is a very, as you guys can see, are we in enough here? Do I need to zoom you guys in? Okay, I hope that's a little bit better and not distracting. It is a very dark chocolate brown, it looks like. So let's dip. Oop, I didn't even dip. There it is. No, I didn't get enough. I'm struggling. It's been a long weekend, y'all. Let's hope. I don't think I have enough of a sample on here. This ink is very interesting. There it is. I don't know. I did a terrible job of dipping that. Okay, so let's see how this works. This is a very, very deep, dark chocolate brown. It is a very warm color. Okay, so the next ink we're going to do is Diamine Ancient Copper. I have seen a lot of people use this ink color. I have never tried it, so I thought with it being in that sampler pack that this would be a good one to try. It looks to have like an orange undertone or whatever to it. Yes. It reminds me of a paint that I use a lot in the fall. It's like an orangey brown. It's really pretty though. Okay. So, Diamine. It writes very nicely. But it definitely is like a more like reddish or orange brown. And we'll see how it looks when it dries down. Okay, so the next ink that is in this brown ink set, or look, I'm so messy when I do stuff. Look at that. This is Robert Oster. Whoa, Robert Oster Cafe Crema. I've heard a lot of people really like to use this one in the TWSBI Eco Cafe Bronze. And I've heard that and I've seen that it's a pretty nice pairing. It reminds me of, yes, definitely like a coffee, like with cream color. It's very pretty, very rich. And we'll do like a super quick writing sample here. And let me put the lid on because I am very accident prone and I am not trying to spill this ink, y'all. All right. It's a very pretty color. I like this one. I didn't get a good dip, but you get the point. It writes very nicely. I like that you can tell it's brown. I feel like with the Pilot Oroshizuku Yamaguri that it does not seem like, it would be hard to tell that it's a brown because it is so dark and rich. So yes, these three browns are all very, very different. It almost looks like this kind of even has a little bit of orange in it. This is more like a reddish brown, and this is like a deep, deep chocolate brown. Okay, so the next one that is in this set is Diamine Chocolate Brown. So I feel like we're probably going to be getting another dark, deep brown. So let's see how it looks in comparison to probably the Yamaguri. Oh, that's lovely. I may have picked up a little bit too much ink on here. There we go. It's definitely different. It definitely, I do agree, it looks like chocolate. Looks like a nice chocolate bar. I'm seeing a little bit of red in it, but a very nice, beautiful brown color. Let's see how it looks in writing. So this is another Diamine ink. I wonder if this is a popular one. I don't know that I've ever seen anyone using this one. I may have picked up a little bit too much ink. Yes, even with the writing sample, this is definitely a very, very, very dark brown. And it's definitely different. And I feel like this, I'm trying to think of like the word to convey with the Yamaguri, how I would describe that brown. It's almost like a cool brown, whereas I feel like this one is a little bit warmer. I hope that makes sense and I'm explaining it well. I always try to think about colors like based off of things like of how like I see things in the world, or like through I guess the eyes of like when I paint, when I like mix colors together. I always try to like find some type of comparison for those colors, but this definitely has more red to it, almost like this kind of reminds me of, is it burnt umber? And this kind of almost reminds me of a very like darkish like raw sienna. Yes. Okay. Maybe I'm not explaining that well, or maybe I'm mixing my colors up, but I feel like that's how I'm seeing it. And the last one is going to be Noodler's Walnut. I've never used Noodler's ink before. I feel like I've used every other, no, and this is my first Robert Oster. I've never used Robert Oster ink before either. So let's just see how this one looks. This is nice. This is also, it's kind of reminding me of coffee, like definitely like a coffee brown. Another warm brown in my opinion. Let me put this over here, sorry. My hands. I can't ever do anything with fountain pens and inks without absolutely just going overboard. Okay, let's see if this will, right here. So hold on. They're making a mess is what I'm trying to say. Gosh, words are not forming like I need them to. So Noodler's Walnut. can definitely see the walnut. Let me do another little dip because I didn't get enough on here. I don't know why I'm struggling with this dip today. There we go. It is definitely a very dark, rich brown. I'm seeing some orange and red pop through. I don't know if you guys are seeing that on the walnut. I'm definitely seeing, I made a drip. I'm seeing a little bit of orange popping through, like it's an orange base color almost. Maybe even like a red orange. So, I mean, I would say this was the entire like sample set. These 5, I have 2 more that I want to swatch with you guys, but this was the sampler set, and I will say, they're all very different, which I think is nice. I think it's really cool that there are very different variations of brown in here. It almost like very well thought out. You have like lighter browns like the Cafe Crema and probably the Ancient Copper. Interestingly enough, I don't know if it's because I went in with so much ink, but I'm definitely seeing some shading with the Diamond Chocolate Brown. And it may just be because I did load a lot of ink onto that paper. It's almost like I'm seeing, I don't know, like hints of maybe green. Very interesting. I find it very interesting, like how different fountain pen inks like perform on things. Okay. And we'll see what those look like too when they dry down. I'll definitely do like a close-up view. All right, the next one is Colorverse Coffee Break. Now, this was just a sample that I got on its own. I liked the way it looked, and I was like, I would like to try it because there are certain colors that I like when writing, and I feel like brown is one of them. I feel like this yellow here was more of an exploration type situation just because I don't have any yellow inks. Yellow is not a color that I'm crazy about. Ooh, that is nice. Can definitely see the coffee. I don't drink my coffee that color. Here, let us compare. Yeah, my coffee's definitely lighter. What a beautiful color, though. You could definitely compare it to the Robert Oster Cafe Crema. Very similar. It may be a smidge darker, but it's definitely like kind of that orangey brown color, which is lovely. Ooh, I like the way it writes. I feel like this would be a really nice one as well in the TWSBI Eco Cafe Bronze. I'll pull that thing out. I also think, I don't know if you guys have, I feel like you guys have like those Jinhao 10, the retractable fountain pens. Like these, there is a like caramel colored one that kind of is like a gradient. I think that would look lovely in that pen as well. I don't own that pen. But here is my Cafe Bronze, and I feel like this right here is a good match, as is the Robert Oster Cafe Crema. I feel like those would look really nice in these pens. The walnut is very interesting. If we're going back and looking at it, you can definitely see, and I hope my camera's picking it up, but you can definitely see some like red, like undertones and base colors, which I think are a base color, and I think that's really cool. Diamond to me is like more orange. I'm trying to think of the color. I use it a lot in the fall when I watercolor. It's reminding me of that color on my palette. It is definitely, I feel like Ancient Copper is definitely a very, like fall color. And I feel like these two like really deep dark browns, I feel like you could probably use them in any pen because they are so dark. It's hard to tell that they're brown when you're writing with them, or based off of my sample. And again, I am seeing a lot of, it's almost, I don't know if that's like a sheen or what. but it almost feels like where I put the paint on thick, there is some sheening happening there, which is interesting. Okay, and the last one, this one was definitely influenced by Michelle from Seaweed Kisses. I like her channel. She's like a budget gal, and I feel like I'm the same way. So I like the stuff that she shares, but she shared this J. Arbonne Cacao do Brazil. I hope I'm saying that. I know, right? I be butchering words. And I thought this was a cool color, like when I saw her swatches, because it's almost like a taupey brown. Like it has definitely like some purple in it. Yeah. I picked up a lot of ink on that brush. It has like yeah, I feel like a taupey purple brown with the undertone. I think it's a cool color. I think this will look really good in that, you know, that new, Kakuno, the new, like the muted colors, like that taupey or that brown one. I feel like this ink would look really nice in that pen because it does have, you know, if you compare it to my purple nail, it definitely has like that taupey purple cool, and you know, it's definitely a cooler color. So let's do a quick writing sample because I would like to see how it looks in writing. Let me put the top on this so I don't. And it's Jacques Herbon, but I see people put J. Herbon too, so, but we'll write out Jacques. I don't think I got a good dip, y'all. I never came on here and claimed to be a professional fountain pen aficionado person. I'm pretty new to this hobby, but I enjoy exploring these different inks. I think that's the fun part that a lot of people like. Oh Lord, I done made a mess. Y'all just bear with me. This is a lovely color. I really like this color. I want to say it's probably my favorite. I like these two a lot. I would probably use this one a lot. But yeah, you can definitely see it's like a browny, purpley, taupey color. And it's really cool. It is very cool looking. I'll bring it up. I'm going to bring up each of these so you guys can kind of see what I'm working with here. Y'all know I film on my iPhone and I just do the best that I can, but these colors are really pretty. I like these browns. There's not one that I don't like and I wouldn't put in a pen, to be honest with you. I would say probably my least favorite would be Yamaguri and the chocolate brown. But I really like the Ancient Copper. I think it's a beautiful, beautiful color. It shades nicely. The Robert Oster Cafe Crema and Colorverse Coffee Break are very similar. Noodler's Walnut, I find it to be very interesting color because it's got like that reddish orange undertone. And then the J. Herbon, I didn't put an S at the end, but it's okay. I've already rinsed the pen off, so we're just gonna leave it be. The Cacao do Brazil is, I would say, yeah. I don't think it would look good necessarily in this pen, but I feel like it would look nice. I have this white Jinhao or cream color Jinhao, and I feel like it would pair nicely with this one. I currently have a purple ink in here, but I don't know. I just think it would look nice in here. Even, yeah, I would even consider putting it in this TWSBI Eco as well. It's not an exact match, but I think with it having that purple, I think I would, you know, I would like it. Okay, yeah, so thank y'all so much for joining me today. I'm excited, like, to try these different inks and, you know, ink them up in my pens. And then hopefully my next, like, fountain pen ink video, let's look at how many I have left. Actually, I think I left them. Hold, please. So these are the inks I have left that I haven't swatched. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I have 11 more inks that I would like to swatch at some point. I just, you know, in all my free time, y'all. But anyway, I did forget to mention, I'm sorry, let me use my brain. This is a Hobonichi, like, blank notebook. It's in the A5 size, and I've made this my, like, ink journal, where I just use it to explore different inks. I haven't used a ton of pages, and just kind of writing samples or swatch my inks and all of that. So I like having this to see how it does on the Tomoe River paper, because that's primarily like the types of notebooks I use fountain pens in, particularly like my cousin and my Hobonichi Weeks. So I feel like these have dried down quite a bit, so I'm going to do one last like look through of these as they dry. I'll try to like move it and not make y'all like dizzy. But these are the 7 brown colors that I got from Goulet Pen ink samples, and yeah, I really like them. Okay guys, I'll talk to you soon. Have a great day. Bye.